I'd love to know more. I work with high schoolers, and we do have quite a few newcomers, and I'm trying to understand this, the codifying for in-state tuition. And I'm wondering if you could talk a little bit about what you know about Rhode Island Promise as one. I'm learning that that is one pathway, maybe a ray of hope. I don't know. I'd like to know a little bit more about how you feel about that.
Roe also, by the way, is very humble. They received a national gold scholarship, Golden Door Scholarship last year, which is a full ride to the university of their choice. Unfortunately, they had to look outside of Rhode Island for money in order to go to school in Rhode Island. Fortunately, there was national scholarships that were available for undocumented immigrants, but they're the first in the state to receive that and are kicking ass, quite frankly.
So resources for undocumented students. So yes, undocumented students can access Rhode Island Promise for CCRI, which is where the program is right now. In regards to institutional aid, there are resources that you can reach out through, like nonprofits like College Visions, and they'll walk you through the process of applying for institutional aid at our public colleges.
How about codifying?
So that isn't codified yet. That's an administrative decision. So of course this program could be changed by the next governor, next appointees administratively. So essentially these policies aren't secure and they could vanish at any moment if at the whim of like an election. So essentially for high school students, let them know that it is possible to go to college and that there are resources out there. First thing is Rhode Island Promise, and if they do want to attend one of the four-year institutions like Rhode Island College or the University of Rhode Island, know that there is institutional aid for them and they can apply for it, and they should definitely reach out to nonprofits like College Visions to walk you through that process.
I mean, this is kind of like, you know, we all accept that our criminal justice system is flawed, right? And we all accept that if you're an African American male living in this country, the chances of you being pulled over, the chances of you having all these horrible things happen to you are so much higher. This is another section of society that, because of our government's inaction, we quote unquote have to accept that they live among us, right? And so in Rhode Island, I think one of the biggest things was, first of all, just saying it out loud. Talking about it out loud was huge for many people. I don't think that until I got here that was happening, right? And second of all, meeting them where they are. Because this is a society and this is a community that has been so in the shadows, looking, community outreach. I went to a Dorcas board meeting the other day, and that's what I was saying. Taking this information to where they are. You're a teacher, making sure that every single one of your students and their brothers and sisters have this, because the outreach mechanisms aren't there. So a lot of the good things that you're doing isn't being understood or taken advantage of by the population that you're trying to target.